Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here today and investing 1 hour of your precious Saturday to be here with me and learn how to have an amazing November. I would like to read in the chat, where are you connecting from? From which city, which country? Please type in the chat so I know how international are we today. Okay, Orlando, Puerto Rico, Switzerland, Canada, Colombia, San Diego, Netherlands. Oh my God, we have people from Europe here. Belgium, Canada, Miami, Chile. Amazing. Thank you so much. Please let your teams know we are beginning this training. I am sure this is going to be super useful, whether you've been in doTERRA for 10 years or for 10 days. I know today you're going to have a lot of amazing content. So please take your notebook, your pen, water like this. We're going to have a full hour full of content. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Okay. Let's see here. Great. Okay. Okay, can you please do this in the chat if you all are looking at my screen? Okay. Great. Give me 1 second so I can arrange everything here. Okay, so I think we're ready to begin. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. My name is Cristina Badell. I am a presidential diamond in doTERRA. I've been with doTERRA for almost 7 years. I am originally from Venezuela. I built my business while living in Miami, in Florida. And now I live in beautiful Cancun, Mexico. So good morning from Cancun. Right now, I am in this amazing role of CCFO, Co-Chief Field Officer with my friend MK, that you're going to have an amazing training with her in November 29th. So please make sure to schedule that in your calendar. And I have the pleasure to be here with you today and share some strategies I have used with my own team that has been very useful to create massive success, especially in a month like this. Okay, so before we begin, I would like to please take your favorite essential oil. I have Shinrin-yoku here. I love this blend. Okay, please take your favorite essential oil, put some drops in your hand. Please, let's do some breath here. Inhale, exhale. Again, inhale, exhale, and one more time. Inhale, exhale. Okay, let's set the energy for today. And please make sure to stay with me until the end, because we have 2 amazing giveaways at the end. You're gonna love them. So please pay attention, because I'm gonna ask a couple of questions of what I'm teaching today, and stay with me until the end. Okay, so what happened with November? November, it's not any month. It's like the Super Bowl of our year, okay? This is when preparation meets opportunity. So in the next 60 minutes, we will plan strategically, okay? Not randomly. So your energy, your time, and actions all point toward one thing, okay? A record-breaking month. So we'll go through 10 practical strategies, and super doable for you. And you leave this session not only with theory, but with practical tips and a plan to execute from today, okay? And I don't care if you've been in doTERRA for 10 years, 15 years, 10 days, 5 days. I know you will learn a lot today. And we're going to make this session super interactive, okay? So please make sure to type in the chat. Before we begin, I would like to know, how do you want to feel by the end of November? How do you want to feel? It could be something like, free, abundant, peaceful, proud, whatever resonates with you. Can you please type in the chat, how do you want to feel by the end of November? Let's see. Okay, accomplished, grateful, proud, empowered, abundant, love it, motivated, successful, all of them, great. So now that your energy is set, let's talk about why November is so powerful and how you can make the most of it. So, November, guys, brings it all, okay? November's, we're gonna have new products, gifts collection, the Christmas products, and potentially BOGOs, right? So it's not about only promotions, it's about creating momentum. This month, statistically, we have a mix of motivation, emotion, and community energy, right? People are more open, more generous, and more ready to buy and share than ever, okay? So if we plan it right, we can finish 2025 strong and set the tone for 2026, okay? But you don't want November just to happen, by chance, right? You want to create, how do you want it to happen? Every post, every class, every message, it has to have purpose. So today I will show you how to structure your month in a way that you know exactly what to do and why it matters, okay?
The bottom line is, no one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you.
Okay, I love Mel Robbins. I'm sure you love her too. But the message is clear, guys. No one is coming, okay? No one is coming to tell you what to do, why to do it, why it matters. So we need to be motivated ourselves. And if we are motivated, we can actually motivate our team. We are in a network marketing business. Everything it's about duplication. So if we feel good, if we feel empowered, we're gonna express that to our teams, okay? So remember, guys, no one is coming. We need to show up ourselves. Now, saying that, let's begin with strategy number 1. Please start taking notes. Strategy number 1 is you need to start your month with your why and your target, okay? This is the foundation, okay? The why and the target. Every month has to begin with a reason. It's not a wish, okay? It's not a list of goals you have on sticky notes. It's a real emotional reason that actually makes you feel energized, that makes you feel you want to wake up every day and do this business. So for example, when someone says, I want to hit silver this month, or I want to enroll 10 customers, that's fine. And we're going to go through that through the training, but that's not a why, okay? That's just a number. That's just a goal. But your why is the story behind that number, okay? It's what gives your plan a meaning. So for me, for example, early on, my why was to be free, okay? I wanted to work without guilt. I wanted to be more present for my kid, right? And then when I got tired, because you're gonna get tired, guys, that's normal, I would remind myself, I am not building just a business. I am building options for my family. So I would like you to think on your why, and then we need to pair that emotion with something concrete, okay? And that's your target. because emotion without direction is just enthusiasm, right? But we want enthusiasm with precision. So think of your target as your business GPS, okay? So you wouldn't get in the car and say, drive me somewhere amazing, wherever you want, somewhere amazing. No, you would type a destination, right? A clear destination. Well, what's your destination this month? It's important that you ask yourself that question today, November 1st, okay? So here is the key with goals, and you need to know this. They must be measurable, okay? So something you can actually track and celebrate. So let's show you some examples. You can have a rank target, okay? And say, this month I want to hit premier or I want to hit silver. You can also have a bonus target. This month I would like to boost to 500 on the power of 3, okay? You can also have an enrolling target. This month I would like to enroll 5 new customers, 2 new leaders, 10 new customers, whatever. And you can also, your goal could be a leader achievement. You could say, for this month, I would like to have 2 new elites on my team. And it's super important to have this. This is your GPS. Remember, guys. So if, for example, your goal is to hit silver, you need to define that number. You need 9,000 PVs in volume, okay? If you want to enroll 10 customers, you can divide that into weekly goals and say maybe, okay, I need to enroll 2 or 3 weekly to hit my goal, okay? And this is a formula I love and that I use at the very start of the month. And it's the why, what, and when formula. This is for me what creates momentum on any team, okay? So the why, again, is what keeps your heart in the game, okay? Is the reason, is the fuel, okay? Then is the what, right? It's the GPS. This gives your mind a direction. What do I want to achieve? And the when puts your body in motion. So if you're clear on these 3, November stops being random. It becomes predictable. And predictable momentum is what separates, guys, accidental success from intentional leadership. This is what we want, intentional leadership, okay? So clarity, it's an act of leadership. We need to fall in love with clarity. When I know what I want and when I want it, I'm showing up and I don't need motivation because I have a direction, okay? Are we clear on that? Great. Can you type 1 in the chat if you're clear in this first strategy? Amazing. Great. So let's continue. Strategy number 2, know your numbers. Numbers don't create pressure. They create precision. Okay. Now that we are connected to our purpose, let's talk about something most people avoid, the numbers. Can you please write number 2 in the chat if you normally avoid numbers? Can you please write number 2? Let's see how many people here. Okay, I don't judge you. I don't judge you. I used to be the same, but numbers are our friends, okay? So some people get anxious when they hear about numbers, right? But in business, guys, numbers are your allies, your best friends. And remember, we are in doTERRA. We love natural products. We want to heal the world. We want to help people. But this is also a business, okay? So we need to know our numbers. So let me ask you a question. If tonight I wake you up at 2 a.m., okay, in the morning, and I ask you, how much volume do you need to hit your next rank? Would you know the answer? Would you know, like in 5 seconds, I need this, right? Well, if the answer is no, well, I am reading a lot of yes. Well, great. I love that. But from those of you that answer no, maybe Your business is running you, not the other way around, okay? But remember, you can't manage what you can't measure. Read that again. Read that again. You can't manage what you can't measure. And personally, nowadays, I love numbers because they are not emotional, okay? They don't judge me. They guide me, okay? So when I look at them, I can lead myself with honesty instead of hope. Let's hope and see what happens. No, when you know numbers, you are clear on what are the next steps, right? So let's create an example here. Maybe your target this month is to hit silver, okay? Let's say you want to hit silver. Great. So the first question you need to ask yourself is, how many qualifying leaders do I need, right? So the answer would be 3 and in different legs, okay? So for many of you, this info may be super basic, but I have seen a lot of mistakes from people thinking that, okay, I already have 3 leaders, but if they are in the same leg, it doesn't work for this rank, okay? The second question you could ask is, how much volume do I need under each one? Okay, perfect. I know I need 3,000 on each leg. Perfect. And then how much volume is already secured from rewards orders? Okay, so let's assume, this is an example, okay? Let's assume I have 3,000 PVs already secure from orders that I know I have some customers and leaders that they're gonna process their order in the next weeks. Great. This means, okay, I do the math, that from 9,000 total that I need, I'm still missing 6,000 that I need to find them through enrollments or reactivations, right? So let's break this down by week. So if I need 6,000 PVs and the month have 4 weeks, I know on average I would need to find 1,500 per week, 1,500 PVs, okay? Then, if I know I have on my team 5 active leaders, okay, and I need to find 1,500 PV a week, if I divide that number into my active leaders, then I can assume that I could ask them to find for 300 PV each per week, okay? Then if I know that the average order on my team is around 125 PV, then I can assume that from one of my active leaders, from each one, they could be enrolling from 2 to 3 per week, okay? Oh, sorry. So this is just an exercise, and we will see this more clearly during the training, that every goal stops being unachievable when we break it down in small steps, okay? When you do this exercise, these big goals becomes simple math and it's not overwhelming anymore, okay? I remember I did this the month I hit Diamond 6 years ago. And guys, I didn't do this on my own. I did this with my qualifiers. And it was amazing. It changed everything. So especially if you're trying to hit certain rank, this exercise is super, super useful, okay? So some action step you can do today after this training. You're gonna open your back office, okay? That's the first thing you're gonna do. Then you're gonna write down your total volume goal. This will depend, again, if your goal is to hit certain rank. Then you're gonna check your secured volume. Those, again, this is the volume that people have already on their templates, okay? Again, we don't have the certainty that people will process that volume. Maybe they will change when when the dates gets closer, but this is an average, okay? Approximately. And then you do the math and you find the gap, okay? This is the first exercise you're going to do today to plan your month, okay? And you can take a small screenshot here and you can share this with your leaders, okay? Great. Who is getting clear? Type this emoticon in the chat if you're from your cell phone. that you're getting clear on these small steps. Okay, number one works too. Great. Love it. Okay, let's continue with strategy number 3. Reverse engineer your month. Okay, guys, this is my secret weapon. Reverse engineering my month. So, most people, okay, they plan forward. Okay, they start with day 1 and they just go, 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 go. But top leaders, they plan backward. Okay, so you start from your target and then you ask, if I want to finish November 30 with X amount of volume, what needs to happen by the 20th? What needs to happen by the 15th? What needs to happen today? If I want to finish with that volume, that bonus, that rank, whatever, okay? And then you break that big goal into checkpoints. Otherwise, you end up at the end of the month panicking because you're still missing 2,000 PVs and you don't know where to get them from, okay? And you can ask ChatGPT for help. Actually, we don't have to think of this anymore. You can just type, hey, ChatGPT, my friend, I would like to end up the month being premier, okay? I need this volume and I have this amount of volume secure through rewards orders. How can I get the rest? And ChatGPT will make you a plan week by week on what you could be achieving, so you don't have again to end, November panicking, looking for classes for volume, contacting customers. Everything planned from day 1. Okay, so big goals, they don't have to be achieved through intensity. Okay, they have to be achieved through structure. You can trust a step-by-step momentum more than a last-minute effort. Sometimes we think, this business, network marketing, doTERRA, is about running, running the last day of the month and, closing with the stress and all that. It doesn't have to be that way, okay? You have to the decision to make it differently. And I love this quote with all my heart. I don't know who said this, but you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems, okay? I want you to imagine for a second, if every person on your team started doing this today. Imagine 10 people working with a plan instead of reacting to chaos every day. That's leadership multiplication, guys. That's leadership multiplication. That's why we are here. And reverse engineering is your system for success. So again, ask ChatGPT for help. Let ChatGPT divide your month into week. It will depend on your target, of course, but it's amazing what you can find by doing this and by teaching this, okay? You need to duplicate everything you're learning today, okay? Great. Let's continue with strategy number 4. Holiday products and bogus. Turning excitement into action. Okay, let's talk about one of the biggest advantages we have this month, okay? The Christmas line and potentially bogus, okay? So these two guys aren't just promotions. They are literally momentum multipliers, okay? So the difference between a good month and a record-breaking month is whether you plan for it or you just react, okay? So as you are planning your November calendar, please mark these 2 peaks. We have the Christmas products launching today, okay? So I would like to see all of you talking about Christmas from today. And then the BOGO week, we don't know the date yet, but maybe it's coming, okay? So around those 2 moments, you're going to design your content, your calls, and your team energy, okay? So holiday products. The first thing, super important, is that you need to be the first voice your community hears about them. Okay, you need, guys, to order these products for yourself. We lead by example. Okay, I'm not saying you need to spend all your check. Well, if you want to do it, you can do it, but it's important. I mean, if you're promoting some products, you need to have them. You need to show them, hey, I have this beautiful diffuser, I'm using this honey for my breakfast, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna show you a couple of tips I use every year myself, and I teach this to my team, and it works amazingly. Okay, first, I always do a quick live unboxing. People love unboxing. It's like people will stay until the end to see whatever you bought. So, you are going to share your favorite personals and position them as solutions, okay? Not only as gifts. This is super important. People need to feel that they are not only spending their money in beautiful Christmas products, but they are actually useful, okay, for their family, for their health, for their wellness, whatever. You're gonna offer gift ready bundles. People love this. Remember, customers, they don't need more options to get overwhelmed. They need easy content for them to digest and make easy and fast decisions. Okay, so you can prepare small bundles for families, the Secret Santa, the teachers, your co-workers, and it's amazing because every year we get into the same dilemma. Like, okay, I need to buy gifts for the teachers. What can I buy for them? More cookies, more chocolates, more what else? What else? That's why we have doTERRA products. They are amazing. They are original. They are creative, right? So do this. Then this works amazingly when you share top 5 gifts under 25, under 50, or under $75. People love this because they feel that we have options for their budget, okay? That we are budget wise, that we can help them, that we can give them solutions no matter how much money they have, okay? So you can prepare like, and it doesn't have to be only the Christmas products, okay? You can take, for example, the yoga kit as a Christmas gift, and it's under $75. So you can see doTERRA's catalog and create this bundle and give people ideas on what they could gift, okay? And also, it's very important to celebrate each purchase publicly, okay? I love to share on social media, on my WhatsApp groups, like, hey, Anna just purchased this diffuser for, her kids' teacher. Thank you so much for trusting us. Like, it's super fun to create this aspirational FOMO feeling on your customers, that they want what you're actually purchasing, that they can feel like, oh my God, this can get out of stock. I should be buying this right away. So these are a couple of tips and they work super, super good. Now, let's talk about BOGOs, okay? Here are some strategies I also use for my team. And again, they work super good. So the first thing I do is I do this BOGO kickoff call. And I do 2 calls. One is for leaders, okay, to teach them strategies on how to sell more. And the other one is for customers, where I show them, what are going to be the products in the BOGOs, the uses, recipes, ideas, to open their mind and let them know how important it is for them to invest in this special promotion. So don't assume that your customers, they know everything about the oils in promotions, because I know, guys, we live in this essential oil world, and sometimes we feel everybody understands everything and everybody knows about every oil, but they don't, okay? They are busy, they have businesses, they are moms, they are with many things around. So we are here to be this bridge between the oils and, their lives. So please make sure to educate them about them. Okay, you can also create a WhatsApp or Telegram group or a broadcast channel, whatever platform you use, just for BOGO updates. And if, for example, you are doing a special raffles for the people that are purchasing the BOGOs daily, you can post the daily raffle there. You can congratulate the customers that are purchasing and, maybe upload a picture of them with their BOGO. You can do many creative things, but it's important to have everyone at least in one group so they could read and have this FOMO feeling that I want it. Okay? Educate. Period. We need to educate. Again, we need to show people all the uses behind each BOGO pair, not just the price, okay? It's important to show them the savings, of course. They have to see very big how much money they are saving, but most importantly is why you need to have this oil at home. Why this will help your kid, why this will help you with your sleeping, whatever, okay? Educate. Encourage customers to refer one friend. And this is amazing because if you offer them an incentive, for example, you can offer them points. We all have, or many of us have, many accumulated points, right, in our rewards card. So maybe you can tell them, hey, if you refer me with a friend and they purchase at least one pair, I will give you, I don't know, 15 points. You can choose whatever you want and I will send you that product to your home. That's a super good strategy. I do that a lot. And share testimonials. Again, testimonials sell more than science, okay? You can talk about, all the ingredients and the oils and blah, 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 blah. But that won't sell as much as someone saying, hey, I wasn't sleeping well. And after I had this serenity on my diffuser and I tried the adaptive capsules or whatever, I'm sleeping like a baby. That sells. Okay. So please make sure to create amazing testimonials. And if they are in videos, way better. Okay. Remember, momentum won't happen by chance. It will happen by design. This month, you can design how you want to be your month. Okay. Now here, if you are on your computer, you can scan this QR and you can download the holiday guide 2025. Remember, products are available from today. So we should all be buying the Christmas products on our rewards card. Okay? Great. Strategy number 5. And this is one of the biggest mistakes most people make, and is that they wait for inspiration to plan classes. Okay? You need to log your classes and events early because a planned event is a successful event. Momentum doesn't wait, guys, it's created. Every successful month starts with a blocked calendar, a calendar that it's already full of connection points, okay? Because if you don't schedule your classes, life will fill those spaces for you. And I'm going to tell you, I thought when I started my business that I was being flexible by not over planning my month. Like, I don't want to look at my calendar and see, every day that it's full of events, I'm going to see how it flows. That doesn't work. Okay. Flexibility without a structure is chaos. Okay. So the moment I started planning my classes early, and teaching my leaders to do the same, our team results skyrocketed. You don't have to wait for inspiration, guys. You set a date and you commit to it. And when you commit it, even the day before, you're going to think, okay, let's see what I'm going to teach. Let me create the presentation. But you need to have that date set. Okay. So this is a simple structure I use when I was starting my business. For a normal week, I would offer 2 product classes, 1 business class, and a team call. Okay? And I'm going to tell you a personal tip. You don't have to follow it and you don't have to think I have the eternal truth. But if you are silver or under, if your rank is elite, premier, even silver, you can take advantage of the classes that your uplines are offering, okay? You don't have to plan your own team call when you're a premier. Why? Because you should be spending your time inviting, contacting, doing other income producing activities. But talk to your uplines and see, hey, what's our team calendar? What is happening this month? Do we have business classes, product classes? Can I take my prospects here? Because again, you need to be investing more time in inviting people, in connecting with people, in sharing, than in preparing classes. Again, this is just an advice. You can do whatever you want, but it's very important to do the best with your time. So can you drop in the chat, please? What's your favorite type of class to teach? It can be a product class, it can be emotions, lifestyle, business. Can you drop it in the chat to see if we have here more business teachers or product teachers? Okay, product, business, mental, love it, mindset, great, health related. Great. Oils and plants, toxic-free routines, immune. Perfect. Okay. I love seeing this idea. You could literally, all of you, create a mini series together. Okay, very important, guys. When you lock in your classes, okay, when you lock your events in your calendar, you need to communicate them early to your leaders, in your team chats, in your social media, because visibility creates predictability. Okay, so these are a couple of ideas where you can actually share your calendar. If you have a WhatsApp or Telegram group with your team, broadcast messages, if you have a newsletter, on your social media, on your leader calls, it's important to have strategic communications, because sometimes you have these amazing classes prepared, but then your team, they don't even know they have those available for them and for their customers. So strategic communication is super important. I want to show you an example of a calendar I share with my team. So as you can see, I have like 3 different color patterns. So everything that is for customers, we branded like Vidas Naturales, which is natural lives. That's the name of the customer community on my team. And in the calendar, everything that you see in yellow is for them, okay? It's for customers. So this would be a lot of product education. Then everything you see in aqua color, it's for the leaders, okay, for the wellness advocates. That it's branded like líderes naturales, okay, natural leaders. So when you see this calendar and you see aqua squares, they know it's about business, about mindset, about sales, about social media, everything for us to learn how to do this business better. And I also have purple events, which is everything that doTERRA as corporate offer, okay? And it could be in-person events, it could be Zoom trainings, whatever. So in the calendar, you can see in a glance, okay, yellow for customers, aqua for leaders, and purple, everything that doTERRA is offering. So this is a visual, easy way for your team to know what is happening during the month. And we send this the very first of the month. No, I mean, even if it's a Sunday, we share this the first day so people can plan ahead, okay? So consistency, guys, is built from commitment, not inspiration. Again, consistency is built from commitment, not inspiration. I schedule first and then I rise to my commitment. And very important, you don't only lock your classes early in the month. You need to block at least 2 hours a week only for inviting, because you can have this amazing event, but if you don't invite people, it doesn't work for anything, okay? So at least 2 hours a week. I do suggest 1 hour a day. And you block it, and it's focused on inviting and following up people for your next class, your next event, whatever you have, okay? Events, they don't fill themselves. I think we have that clear. They are built through consistent invitations, okay? So let's do a mini challenge right now, super easy. Before the day ends, you need to schedule at least your first 2 classes of the month, okay? And they should be for next week, please. So before the day ends, do this and duplicate this with your team. Everyone should have at least 2 classes for next week. If it's on your calendar, it becomes real. If it's not, it becomes a wish. Okay? Don't overthink the topic. Just commit to the dates. And then you think what you're gonna teach. Okay? Great. Let's continue with strategy number 6. Activate your team with incentives. Recognition fuels repetition. Okay. Leadership, guys, it's not about pushing, it's activating. Okay? I celebrate the effort, the progress, the courage, and that is what grows duplication. Okay, don't forget that. Sometimes we feel like, I'm starting this business, I don't have enough budget to invest in gifts, I cannot gift my team anything if they achieve something, but I want you to think on this. Gift is actually secondary, like a material gift. What people really want is to be seen and feel appreciated, to feel recognized, okay? And incentives can really, really change the energy of the month. So, what I have found in these almost 7 years is that people don't stay consistent because of motivation, okay? They stay consistent because there is a structure, accountability, and celebration. And incentives, magically, they create all of that. So I remember when I launched like my first team challenge, and I thought I had to offer something huge, like a kit, a diffuser, a trip, whatever. And you know what actually created momentum on that challenge? The recognition, the shout outs, the voice notes, the celebration. That was more than enough. But if you're planning to do incentives, there are a couple of tips that I would like to share. First of all, the incentive, it has to be simple. This means everyone understands how to win, okay? It cannot be like shady, like, but if I do this and I don't achieve this, then no. Simple. It has to be a specific. Clear action, clear results. 1 plus 1, here's the result, okay? It has to be short term, and this is super important. If you are creating incentives for your team, I do not recommend you to launch them the first day of the month, okay? The best incentives are the ones that brings momentum, and it needs to have like fast wins. So normally I create these incentives for the last week of the month or the last couple of days. This is optional, of course. And the incentive trip in doTERRA takes months to achieve it, but for your teams to create specific results, it's better if you launch them like 5 days before the month ends. And it's important to share publicly every time earns an incentive, okay? In the team chats, in the team call, stories on your social media, etc. So these are some example of incentives you could use for November. Again, you can adjust this to your budget, and you can also ask for help to your uplines if you feel like this can also benefit them, like, hey, I have this idea, maybe we can talk about it, do something together. For example, you can say, if you host 1 class and you have 5 invites, you enter into a diffuser giveaway. So you're not actually gifting a diffuser to everyone that achieved this, but you're doing a raffle. And if this maybe a special edition diffuser, a Christmas diffuser, maybe people will be more interested to earn it, right? Another example of incentive. Enroll 3 this week, and you will receive a mystery Christmas mini set. Again, it could be a mystery Christmas mini set. It could be a special blend. It could be whatever you have on your inventory, whatever you can buy with your points. Everything works, okay? You can also say, hey, if you reactivate 2 customers, I will send you a custom roller with whatever blend you prefer. If you want something for your immune system, if you want something for your emotions, I will prepare a special blend for you. Also, for example, and this is bigger, but if you sell 2 BOGO boxes, you can participate in a raffle to earn a ticket for next year's convention. And I'm gonna tell you something super important here. You can gift your team a sweater, a t-shirt, a blend, a diffuser, whatever you want. But I love to create incentives that are business oriented, that actually help my leaders to move the needle of their business. I prefer gifting them a social media training, a sales course, a ticket for a doTERRA event, a leadership ticket, a convention ticket, because I know when they get that, they will have more skills and a better mindset to continue growing their business. If you give them a t-shirt, that is good for branding and marketing purposes. But if you want them to continue growing, it's better to give them education. Okay. So again, this is depending on your budget, but I want you to think about it. What can I gift my team that incentivize them, but also can move the needle of their business? Okay. And again, communicate these wins daily. Every time you have a leader that achieves something, that hosts a class, that had 2 enrollments, that reactivated 1 leader, whatever, hey, look who hosted their first class. Congratulations. Please, everyone, help me congratulate Anna. She had her first class. This is what leadership looks like. She did this amazing event and had, 5 new leaders. Everything is about celebration in our business, okay? Don't forget to track people's efforts, not only their achievements. And don't forget customers. When I tell you incentivize your team, I'm not only talking about leaders, I'm also talking about customers, because the same way recognition motivates your team to take action, your customers also respond to encouragement, connection, and celebration. Okay? So, again, incentives for customers don't have to be big, expensive, or complicated, but they do have to feel personal. That's super important. So remember this, your customers don't need options. They need you to make it easy for them to choose, okay? So some incentives for your customers that are easy, duplicable, and don't hurt your margins. Refer 1 friend reward, okay? You can tell them, hey, if you refer 1 friend and the person actually enrolls, of course, your next roller blend or sample is on me. It's easy. We can all send a sample, do our own roller blend. Easy. BOGO buddies. Invite 1 friend to the BOGO group in case you have like a WhatsApp or Telegram group, and you both enter in today's giveaway. That's easy and cheap. Holiday gift bundles. People love this. Create these bundles, ideas for teacher gifts, for mom's relax and restore set, for your mother-in-law, for your mom, for your sister, holiday home aroma set. Create bundles. Again, people don't need a lot of options. They need 1, 2, 3 options, easy for them to choose. Okay? And people love the pre-curated things. Well, I love them. And the match program. Okay, I love the match program, especially when the month is finishing and you need, I don't know, 1,000 volume, 2,000 volume. You can use the BOGO for this and tell them, okay, if you buy the BOGO box, I'll match you, the amount of PVs with the products, you like, but it doesn't have to be the products they like. You can have an inventory for them to choose. You can also match with points, okay? If they spend 100 PV, okay, you can choose 100 PV in products. I use my points and you send them the products directly to their home. There are so many things you can do, guys, but you need to plan them and you need to make it visible for them. And a couple of ideas on the way how you can tell this or communicate to your customers. Oh, Anna, I thought of you when I saw this pogo. It aligns with your wellness goals because you know what Anna's wellness goals are, right? Oh, Maria, I put together a super cute mini holiday gift bundle. Do you want to see it? Okay, super cute. You know, the wording. If you have someone in mind that would love these oils, I can help you share it easily. And you can notice the tone is gentle, is personal, and it's supportive. I want to help you. I care about you. I know what your goals are. I have the solution for that. You know, it makes all the difference. And remember, when your team feels seen, they show up. When your customers feel supported, they share. Recognition fuels repetition on both sides, okay? So remember, your incentive isn't the reward, it's your leadership, okay? When your team feels celebrated, they will show up again and again and again, okay? And that's what we want. So before the next tip, I would like you to watch this video. Okay, of course, that was an ad, but did you get the idea? You need to sync with your key leaders, okay? When you collaborate, instead of carrying everything alone, we all rise faster. Alignment multiply momentum. And this is the strategy number 7. And here, a beautiful picture of 5 of my 6 qualifiers. Okay, so I know you can do a lot on your own, okay? We are all super, super powerful, but you multiply results when you plan with your leaders. And November, especially November, is not the month to lead alone, okay? Leadership is not about doing everything, guys. It's about co-creating direction. So when your key leaders, when they know the plan, the calendar, the goals, the incentives, the message, they can run with you, not behind you, okay? We need to be together, especially in this month, okay? So this is what I recommend. I recommend basically 2 type of calls for the month. So the first one is what I call the 20-minute leader sync call. And it's basically a group call when you are setting the tone for the month. Okay, in this call, you're communicating, okay, what's the goal? What are the key actions? What's the calendar? Like the basic things to align everyone. Okay, so this is a structure you could follow or take some ideas. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, but always we need to start this call celebrating to set up the energy high. Hey, I want to congratulate this leader for doing this last month, for achieving this, or maybe just for progressing. Then we state the goal. What's the group goal this month? And again, in the next call, I'm going to explain. You're gonna talk to your specific leaders on their specific goals, but this is like a group goal, okay? Then you review the calendar. because you are planning your calendar a couple of days before the month ends. So you let them know, okay, these are the classes. I will give, Thursday business class. Anna is going to teach the product class on Saturday, and Juan is going to whatever. You organize your team. Well, and that is in the assigned leadership roles, right? Because they need to feel that they participate, that they are part of, and by doing this, you empower your leaders. Okay, I see many people making this mistake of I always do the business class. I always do it. People join, and then your leaders, they never learn how to do a good business class. Okay, so you are responsible to teach them, how to fish and not give them the fish already caught. Okay. Then you define the clear action steps. Okay, like micro actions they have to do for the week. Okay, you're gonna host one class, you're gonna do 4 follow-ups, you're gonna share one content in social media, whatever. These are general ideas. Then you clarify communication, and it's like, okay, we're gonna be following up on Friday to see, what did we do, how much we progressed this week, whatever. And finally, you can leave a couple of minutes for questions and support. Okay, this is a team call, but then it's very important, the one-on-one strategic leadership call. And again, I teach my team to do this from the rank of silver, maybe premier, because you already have 2 leaders. But before this, I don't think it's necessary to have one-on-one calls with all your leaders, because you're going to drive crazy, and it's not necessary at this point. Okay, but if your rank is premier, silver, and above, I do recommend to have this call. This could be weekly. Okay, I usually do this on Mondays, and because it's better on Monday, you already know what to do the next of the week, and I have them one after the other. Okay, so in 4 hours I'm done with this, 5 hours, whatever. Okay, so what you're gonna do first is you're gonna connect and do an emotional check-in. How are you feeling this month? What is happening in your life? Are you okay? The emotion, super important. Then you clarify the goal. And this is basically, again, what's the number? What's the target? What's your goal for November? Are you going for a rank, for a new rank? Do you want to maintain your rank? Do you want to boost? Do you want to, have new rank achievements on your team? What do you want? What do you want? Not what I want or what I need from you. No. What do you want? Okay? Then the diagnosis. This is super important, guys, because sometimes people want something, but they are doing the same things that don't work. Okay, so I do 4 checkpoints. Okay, when I have this call with my leaders, and what I check is, what are you doing on inviting, on sales or enrollments, on leadership, and on customer retention. Those are my 4 main areas. And I have to know, what are you doing, what is working, what is flowing, where are you feeling comfortable, where not, in these 4 areas. Okay, because these are the main points on your business. So you touch that. Also, you choose a strategy, and it's important that you offer them different paths, but is your leader the one who chooses, which path they want to take. Okay, everything leadership, again, it's not about pushing, it's about co-creating directions. You are a mentor. Okay, you coach, you don't carry. Okay, then the action plan. And the action plan for the week, it doesn't have to be super complicated, but you can at least give them 3 clear actions for the week. Okay, this is what I suggest you to do. Host 1 class, invite, I don't know, 5 people, and, share this in social media, or try to enroll at least 2 people this week, whatever you consider. And very important, the reinforcement, the leadership identity. Like, I recognize you. I value what are you doing. We're in this together. Let me know if you need me for anything. I'm here. This gives confidence and clarity. Okay. Super important to create this bonding momentum in this call. Aligned teams, they don't hope for momentum. They create it. Again, guys, you don't need to lead alone. Success is way sweeter and faster when you build it together. Okay? Now, okay, 3 more, guys. 3 more and we finish. I hope you're still here with me. Can you drop one in the chat if you are learning something from today? If you are, okay. Great. Thank you so, so much. I know it's Saturday and we all want to be with our families, but I know that we're setting the right energy to have an amazing November. Great. So let's continue. Strategy number 8, it's block your time like a CEO. Okay. And this is one of the most important skills you can develop as a leader, and it's the time blocking. And I know that time management can sound a little bit boring or stressful, but I want you to see it differently today. Because time blocking is not about sacrificing freedom. Time blocking, it's about protecting what matters. Okay? So, when you don't tell your time where to go, your time will disappear into everyone else's priorities. Okay? And this is super true. We are not in doTERRA for when we have time. Yes, we are not hobbits. We are leaders. Okay? And leaders design their time. A hobby is something you fit into your life. Okay? Whenever you have time. But a mission, a purpose, is something you structure your life around. Do you see the difference? And you know what's the struggle? I know the struggle. I see it on my team. And it's the randomness syndrome, right? So the randomness syndrome is the random follow-ups, the random invitations, the random posting on social media, the random burst of motivation. And you know what? Random action bring random results. Okay? So I want you to remember this. If right now your business feels overwhelming to you, it's almost never a motivation problem. It's a structure problem. I assure you this. If you feel overwhelmed today, you have a structure problem. And time blocking helps with that. Okay? So, the solution for the randomness syndrome and the overwhelm is we separate our time in 2 main categories. Okay? And this is for the business, of course. We have the IPAS that are the income producing activities. Okay? These are the activities that will actually make you earn money, basically, period. And then you have the support activities, which is all the other things that are sometimes necessary, but won't make you earn any money. Okay? So, some examples of these IPAs are inviting people, okay? Because if you don't invite, you don't have assistants to your class. And if you don't have assistants to your class, then how will you enroll? Okay? Following up, super important in sales. The fortune is in the follow up. Teaching classes, right? Showing the people all that we have. Sharing experiences and stories. In my case, I do it in social media. Maybe you do it in person, but being there, being exposed, right? Being in a fair, right? In an expo, being there, showing the people what I have. This is what I do for living. This is what I share. And of course, enrolling and then onboarding your customers and your wellness advocates. Okay. So these are just a couple of ideas. And then you have the support tasks which are the ones that are necessary, but they don't grow your business, okay? Designing flyers in Canva. Who spends hours in Canva creating content for social media, creating beautiful presentations? Okay, thank you so much, but this won't make you earn any money, okay? Watching trainings endlessly. Okay, I have leaders. No, I don't want to talk about essential oils until I become a certificate in essential oils. You don't need that certification to talk about a kit. Believe me, you don't have to. You can have it, it's amazing, but it won't make you necessarily make money. Okay, scrolling for inspiration. Guilty, I'm guilty here. And organizing oils by color. Of course, it's a joke, but I have a lot of people doing that and thinking, oh, I'm working. I have all my call. These are all the blue oils and the red oils. Come on. Come on, guys. Okay. So here is an example of a calendar with time blocking. Please don't take it literally like this, because maybe some of you only have 2 hours a day to work in doTERRA, and that's fine. This is more like a full-timer in doTERRA. But you can see the purple ones are the income producing activities, and then the support activities are in orange. And I will tell you the key, okay? You are gonna do the income producing activities when you have more energy, okay? If you feel more energized during the morning, that's when you have to do the income producing activities. Because if you leave them for the end of the day when you're tired and you have all the kids crying and screaming and hungry, they won't happen, okay? So creating a calendar like this, it's leadership, it's maturity, and it's also alignment with your why, okay? I know it can be boring and stressful, but it's super necessary, guys. Now, I want you to take 2 minutes, okay, of this training, and we're gonna block time together. Please grab your calendar right now, or your app if you use Google Calendar, and you're going to schedule your daily power hour for this month. Only the power hour, okay? I'm not telling you to block the classes, the trainings, the one-on-ones. No, 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 no. Only the power hour. And you're gonna choose a time when you are most alert and least interrupted, okay? It can be the morning before kids get up. It can be the nap time. It can be after dinner. Whatever resonates with you, whatever it's good for you. But you need to block it right now. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes for this, okay? Please grab your calendar, only the power hour. It can be, I recommend it to be 1 hour a day, but if you don't have enough time for that, maybe 2 hours a week. But it's super important. Okay, 2 minutes for this. I'm gonna read in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna leave my Instagram here. Some people are asking. Here. Okay, some people are saying the miracle mornings from 6 to 7. That's amazing. Great, from 7 to 8, prospecting. And I'm gonna give you one advice. Sometimes we schedule the same exact time for power hour, but what happens is that sometimes our prospects, they don't answer when you are contacting them, okay? Maybe they answer 3 hours later, they answer during the night. So it's important that you start checking, when is the best time, not only for you, but also for them to have a quicker answer. Because in communication, it's important not to be interrupted all the time. If you contact someone and that person answers 3 hours later, and then you answer the person 3 hours later, that interruption is not too good for sales, okay? So right now, schedule what is more convenient for you, but then start checking a little bit, what's the time that most of my invites or my prospects, actually they can answer me, okay? Great, 7 p.m. Monday to Sunday, perfect. 4:30 a.m., Oh my God. Okay. Well, good luck with people answering at that time. But again, just check and see what works for you better. Okay. Structure creates freedom, and you deserve both. You don't need more time, guys. You need more intention with the time you have. More intention with the time you have. Okay? Great. Let's go with strategy number 9. Two more. And remember, we have 2 great giveaways. So stay here, please. Track progress and celebrate weekly. Okay? People repeat what gets recognized. And we talked a little bit about this in the last tips, but this strategy, guys, is super simple and is one of the most powerful habits you can build. Okay? Track your progress weekly and celebrate. And I have to say that I was not super good at this because I am overachiever. Achiever, it's my first strength in the Gallup assessment. So for me, it was all about results, and it was very difficult to celebrate my own progress and at the same time to see my leader's progress because I was like structure or programmed to see only results, and it's not necessary, guys. The effort, it's also important. Okay. So remember, people, they won't stay with you in the business because they hit goals. They will stay because they feel seen, they feel the progress, and they feel that they belong. Okay? Your brain is wired to repeat the behaviors that get rewarded, not at the finish line, but in the journey. Sometimes when we don't track our progress, we feel like it's a guesswork. Like, well, I think I am inviting enough. You know, I hope I'll hit my goal, but hope is not a strategy. Tracking gives clarity, and clarity gives you control. So, this is a weekly check-in formula I'm using now. I wasn't used to do this, but now I learn. And every Friday, you can ask yourself, review what worked well this week. And this reinforces awareness and confidence. Okay. Then the adjust. What needs to shift next week? And this prevents unhelpful patterns. And then celebrate. What am I proud of this week? And this strength, identity, and motivation. For example, this is an example of a weekly check-in. Let's imagine it's Friday, and here is how it would sound. What did I do this week? Well, this week I hosted 1 class, I sent 12 invitations, and I follow up with 6 people. Can you see? Even if the numbers weren't huge, if the results weren't huge, the progress is visible, right? What worked well on my week? Well, the voice notes I sent felt super personal. The stories I recorded with morning routines had super high engagement. Great. What needs adjustment? Well, I waited too long to follow up. This is an example. And maybe I want to be more consistent early in the week. And then what am I celebrating? Well, I show up even the days I felt tired. I honor my power hour and I stayed connected to my why. When I started my business 7 years ago, I would see this and I would say, nothing happened. You didn't do anything because maybe this person didn't enroll someone. But nowadays, I see this and it's like, oh my God, you did a lot, right? Congratulations. And there are 2 types of recognition, guys. Effort recognition, which is that builds confidence and identity, and then the result recognition that reinforces outcome and success. And I remember I had this leader that told me, Christy, I think I'm failing. I think doTERRA is not for me. I'm not having any wins. But then we review her week and we discovered that she had shared, invited, follow up. She taught beautiful classes. And I was like, hey, the only thing missing here, it's not the effort, it's the recognition of her progress. And once she saw it, once she saw everything she did, her confidence changed. So let's cheer each other on today in this chat. I want you to I want you to write one thing you're proud of from the last 7 days. One thing you're proud of the last 7 days. It can be tiny. It can be, I talk to my neighbor. I talk to someone in the elevator. I post my first reel, whatever. But let's cheer each other on. Please write in the chat. Let's see. I came to this meeting. Great. Congratulations. That's amazing. Posting a class on my stories. I share doTERRA with 3 friends. Using my oils daily. I'm a silver to be. Getting the double fast start. Congratulations. Top enroller this month. Amazing. I posted the whole, okay, I can't read there too many comments, but do you see? There are so many reasons to be proud. Maybe you didn't enroll someone in the last 7 days, but you're here in this training, learning new things. That's amazing. Congratulations, congratulations to all of you. This is momentum. Most people, again, they don't need motivation. They need to notice their growth. That's it. Okay? And please take a screenshot of this because I love this quote. Tracking is not about pressure. Tracking is about awareness. Awareness leads to confidence. Confidence leads to consistency, and consistency leads to results. Okay? Please take a screenshot of this and remember to recognize progress every single week. It will change everything on your team. Okay? Now, last strategy, but not least important. Okay? Actually, I would think this is the most important strategy I'm going to share with you. Plan your well-being as intentionally as your business. Okay? Your well-being is part of the plan. Guys, this business, it's not just mental. It's emotional, it's relational, and it's physical. And the truth is that if we don't plan our well-being, the month will take it from us. Okay? Especially in November. So most people, we schedule our classes, our content, our incentives, but we forget the most important thing, that is our capacity. We are the engine. And guys, engines don't burn out because they are going fast. Engines burn out because they don't cool, they don't refuel, and they don't rest. Okay? So, well-being isn't something you do when there is time. It's something you schedule first because your business rides on your energy, not on your stress. We need to learn how to take care of the person building the business. A regulated leader creates regulated momentum. Okay? So we have these 3 very important areas of our well-being that are emotion, body, and spirit. So the first thing you need to take care during your month is your emotional well-being. And the first question you need to ask yourself is, how do I want to feel this week or this month? Do I want to feel grounded, confident, open, steady? And this emotional state is the filter through which you're going to make decisions, connect with people, and lead your team. So instead of reacting to your feelings all month, you pre-choose what emotion you want to embody. Okay? And again, you can say, this week I choose calm, this week I choose courage, this week I choose lightness. And once you name the emotion, your choices start to align with it. And I think we have great oils to support us with this, right? So use the emotional oils and connect to that emotion, okay? Then the body support. Your business is powered by your nervous system, okay? If your body is exhausted, your leadership will feel like pushing. But if your body feels supported, your strategy feels more natural, more creative. So, what support does my body need? Do you need to sleep more? Do you need to drink more water with electrolytes? Do you need to do more exercise, have more supplementation? And I think we have great supplements to support us on this, right? So please write in the chat, right now. What is one simple thing your body needs this week? One thing. Can you write in the chat? It can be more water, more sleep, 10 minutes of movement. Let's see, meditation, sleep, water, movement. Okay, I see a lot of people needing more exercise in this group. Energy, electrolytes, amazing. And we have all that, to share. And then the spirit, okay? How will I reconnect with myself and my meaning, purpose? And spirit doesn't have to be religious, okay? Spirit is your connection to meaning. Because when you lose, okay, the sense of meaning, business starts feeling like pressure, okay? But if you connect with your why, your business start feeling with purpose, right? So it could be a prayer, a meditation, journaling, reading, silence, whatever your spirit needs, but plan it ahead. Well-being is part of the plan, guys. Your energy is your strategy. Don't forget that. So well-being is not a reward you earn at the end of the month. Well-being is the foundation that allows you to lead with clarity, connection, and joy every day of the month. Okay? So place your hands on your heart. Breathing for 4, inhale. Exhale. And say to yourself, I deserve to build my month in a way that feels good to my heart, my body, and my spirit. I plan with clarity. I lead with intention. I protect my well-being. And that is how I create sustainable success. This is how you create sustainable success. If you apply the first 9 strategies, but you don't apply this one, it won't work. So your well-being is something you really need to plan to. Okay? Now, the fun part. Giveaway time. Giveaway time. So, as an act of thankfulness for you, we're super grateful that you took 1 hour and a half of your Saturday to be here with me today. We're gonna give away a ticket either for leadership retreat in San Diego or for the convention in Orlando. You'll be able to choose. But how are we going to participate for this? Basically, I have Damie here. She's the one that is going to help me with the winner. But the first person, listen, okay, listen. The first person that can write in the chat in the same line, it has to be in the same line, okay? Not like 3, 3, 1, enter, 1, enter. No, same line. 3 out of the 10 strategies I just shared in the same line. 1, 2, 3, go. The first person in the same line that can share 3 out of the 10 strategies. Aha, it has to be in English. Okay, I think I have one, Damie. Damie, if you are there, I think the first one was Anya Steinberg. Anya Steinberg. A ver. Y plus target, know your numbers, and reverse engineer. Perfect. You were paying attention. Okay, and yeah, I think Dami will contact you in private to give you all the details. But I'm super happy to see all the answers because now I know you all pay attention to me and it was not too long and boring. Thank you so much. We have another giveaway, so please remain with me 2 more minutes. Before I leave, please take a screenshot of this. Okay, this is like the summary of everything we learned today. Take a screenshot here. These are my top 10 strategies. I've been applying this for almost, well, I wouldn't say since I started my business, but maybe from the last 5 years, I'm doing this. And I've been a consistent presidential diamond. So I think if you take at least half of this, you're going to create huge momentum. So please take a screenshot and remember, momentum isn't magic, it's clarity, okay? Action repeated consistently. Now you have the roadmap. Now, the second giveaway we're doing today is 1 hour of mentorship with the CCFOs, okay? So you can win 1 hour with me where we can look at your structure. You can tell me what are your challenges, what is that you want to achieve, and I will give you, well, my strategies, my experience with all my love, with all my heart. And you will also have 1 hour with MK, but you need to be on her training the 29th. Okay, so this one for today is an hour with me. I'll be more than happy to help you. And to choose the winner, what you have to do in the chat right now is you need to choose. Okay, okay, hands on the on the screen. Okay, you have to choose one essential oil to describe the energy you're bringing in this month. What essential oil would be and why? You need to write why, okay? What essential oil and why? Okay, let's see. And it has to be, you need to add some words on that. Not only motivate for motivation. No, I want to read content. Let's see. The most original answers. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh my God, this is gonna be difficult to choose. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I like this. Maria Machuca, she said, holiday joy for a spicy and energized cheer the moment. I love that. I love the spicy and the energy. So, Maria Machuca, congratulations. You're having 1 hour with me, and Jamie is going to contact you to give you the details. Okay, before you leave, guys, I'm finishing. Just two more minutes. We created a challenge, okay? 3x30 momentum challenge. Okay, so this is about creating unstoppable momentum through consistency. For 30 days, you'll commit to do only three simple income producing actions every day in 3 categories, okay? Connect, follow up, and share. Connect, follow up, and share, okay? So these daily steps may seem small, but done consistently during these 30 days, I am sure it will bring confidence and results, okay? Remember, the goal isn't perfection. The goal is progress and duplication. So I have Jamie. She will share the link in the chat. She just shared it for you to download the paper sheet. So again, it's a 30-day challenge. You will see the 3 things you need to do each day, and every day you just check the box. Super easy. Try to do it with your team so you can be accountable on this. You can share it in social media. You can tag me in social media so I can see that you're actually doing the challenge. I will put my Instagram here. It's Cristi Badell, which is basically my name and my last name. You can tag me there so I can see that you're actually taking action and applying everything I taught you today. And I want to finish with this quote. Your month will not be built by chance, but by choice. Plan with purpose and results will reflect your intentions. Again, if you commit to these 10 tips, you won't be guessing your month. You'll be guiding it. And we all want an amazing November. And we will have it. We will have it. I'm sure we will. Thank you so much for your time. It was exactly a 90-minute training. I'm proud of myself and I am proud of you for being here. I loved your energy. I love, all the things I read, the emotions you want to embody this month. We are in the best company. We are in the best moment to build. Just plan it and don't improvise. Thank you so much. I love you. With you, Cristina Badell. Have an amazing Saturday. Bye bye.